Challenges. Et dans les 5 minutes suivantes, je vais vous décrire comment nous allons changer le monde. The problem, ladies and gentlemen, is that our planet is in flames. The huge problem that will provide the best solution globally is the wildfire devastating effects in human life, in the environment, in infrastructure, in society, and the economy. We saw the problem firsthand last summer, where thousands of houses and businesses were destroyed. We faced an unspoken disaster for more than 1.5 million hectares of valuable forest totally burned, while more than 6,450 megatons of carbon dioxide emissions generated from wildfires caused direct and indirect death on more than 33,000 people. Current methods are slow, expensive, and complicated, and are far from providing vital solutions. What if, ladies and gentlemen, imagine what will happen if actually could prevent the worst from happening. In order to do that, we need to revolutionize how people respond to this crisis, and not just small incremental improvements. We need an entirely new approach. And this Prometheus came for the rescue, ladies and gentlemen, with our pioneering Hercules rapid and resilient crisis response mission. We create an advanced space product for rapid response capabilities that will provide humanity a new layer of protection against cosmic dangers with unparalleled speed, agility, effectiveness, resilience at a global scale. Our Hercules R2 CRM receives high-resolution satellite data, and by an advantageous process with extended use of artificial intelligence, deep learning, and advanced GIS, provide groundbreaking solutions. Our model that created for our great partners at Quiron Digital and developed from our GIS specialists provide accurate 7 days wildfire prevention forecast in 10 meters spatial resolution. With the help of artificial intelligence, we have achieved success rate greater than 19%, and we improve the resolution up to 800 times. We are able to provide the exact location of any imminent threat and its severity in GPS accuracy 1 week before any incident occurs. We are different because we are a tough squad of aerospace engineers, veterans. We are determined to cover all the needs of our users in prevention, preparation, and response with cutting-edge technologies. Because we provide an accurate picture of the future 1 week in advance. Because we provide so high resolution that can tell us about individual trees in forest. Because we are able to provide the exact spot in GPS accuracy in 10 meters by 10 meters. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing before you right now. I'm standing before you right now because we are determined to change the world and benefit humankind, and we need all the support to do that. Because we are more than just a space startup. We are environmental pioneers that paint a picture of the future with incredible detail. Because we mitigate climate change effects. Because we're reducing CO2 emissions. Because saving human lives. Because we protect the environment. Because we protect our planet for generations yet unborn. We are what the world needs on the bad days, but yet we are more than this. We're working hard in the present to create a future without bad days. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Prometheus Space Technologies, and we create the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Right?
Pour changer.
Ouais.
hello everyone. I am Valentin, CEO and co-founder of Ride. And today we're going to talk about access to space and launch as a service. So before starting, I propose a quick riddle for all of you guys. What's the common point between train, truck, plane, and rocket? Well, they all are made for transportation of goods or people. Now, a little bit harder, what's the difference? I mean, there's a lot, but let's see with a different angle. They all have done their digital transformation so that they can be booked online on a data-oriented, safe, and convenient platform. Well, all not really, except one. And that time is over with Ride, the digital platform empowering launch as a service. So Ride, in a nutshell, is a new approach regarding the launch, more deal-oriented, transparent, and promoting the small actors in the big player game. On Ride, satellite operator can easily set up a launch request, instant match and direct access to launch provider capacity, price, and requirement, and then secure the launch service agreement. Our why and raison d'être is quite clear. It's enable the new golden age of space. And I mean, we all have seen these figures. We are expecting 10 times more satellite to be launched, almost 5 times more launch vehicle all around the world. And still, I mean, the small sat launch is clearly becoming a commodity. And still, it's a long process, complex, and quite expensive to manage. So it's the way now to embrace a real network competitive economy. And on Ride, it's not only about launch provider. Of course, it's the key milestone of the process, but it's also about orbital transfer vehicle, deployment system and integration provider, as well as insurers and regulators. So at the end, we have digitalized the whole end-to-end launch value chain, and these actors on the left can easily plug their data of product and service on the platform, manage inbound launch requests, and conclude some deal on Ride. On the other side, we got the demand for launch services. So whatever you are a constellation, an academic structure, or a mission provider, you have your place on Ride, and you can easily search for launch solution, match with their request, and have access to a contractual framework. Our core innovation on that aspect is mainly our AI model and data that allows compatibility set ratio and matching on each request. But it's not only about launch search, it's also about launch planning. Because matching and finding the right solution is one thing, but implementing and delivering all the requirements is another thing. And through our expertise team, launch solution platform, and integration framework, we propose these actors a framework that's safe and balance the requirements of everyone. So this is our second innovation. We design a new contractual framework for the small actors that allows them to have access to a simpler LSA. So for the past year, we clearly experienced the platform with current actors, and we identify some patterns that allow us to highlight some value for them. So we observe clearly 20 to 30% saving on cost launch, mainly due to the absence of middlemen, the real competitive environment, and the guidance on every aspect. On the other side, the very key aspect we want to promote is the optimization of the lead time, regarding time to launch. And we are observing a 2 months gain on that, mainly because of the direct access to information and the avoidance of endless back and forth with the provider. For the launch provider, on that aspect, it's all about having a streamlined relationship with the small actors so that they can clearly work with them instead of having some struggle to talk with very small actors. And clearly, it's all about optimizing the customer acquisition cost for this one. The launch providers are clearly used to work for big actors, SATCOM, military, government, but for small SAT, it's another story, and we are here for them. So it's clearly real now. We are operational. You will find all these actors on the right beta platform, and it's a unique opportunity for Europe for leading a platform business at the worldwide level. So thank you very much, guys, and remember, you are one click away from space. And you can just clearly see here a quick demo of the platform. Thank you very much.
Stratosys.
Try the desk if it works.
Gentlemen, I hope that you are still fresh after the series of presentation. I will just wait a little bit longer for the colleagues to make the presentation ready, hopefully going up. Is the second one from the top? Is the second one from the top? It was there. Is this? Yeah, really, it's the second one from the top. It's the page 2022. Oui, c'est ça, c'est ça. Okay. Well, and good afternoon once again. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. It is my pleasure to present you our company, Stratosys. We are providing satellite services from Stratosphere. Just a short intro on our company. The project started in 2017. We established the company 2 years later. Currently, we have 12 people working on the project and hiring a couple of people more in the few weeks to come. We've also been a member of the Hubs Alliance since after its foundation, which is the industry group of the high-altitude pseudo-satellites. And these are the products that we offer to our customers and that we develop. The first one is Stratoscout. It is a stratospheric balloon designed for payload development and testing mainly, for missions during hours to days. Our main commercial platform is Skyrider, and the third product that we do is Stratum. It's a defense product that we developed for the Czech Ministry of Defense. We were given a contract of 4 million euro recently working on that. Unfortunately, it's confidential, so I cannot share more info on that. So this is the Skyrider. It's high-altitude pseudo-satellites flying at an altitude of 20 kilometers with missions up to 6 months, potentially longer, carrying payload up to 10 kilograms with dedicated power supply of 5 kilowatts. During the day, it can reach station keeping in winds up to 15 meters per second. What are its main advantages? It's complementary to satellites and drones, being better than both of them because you are closer to the Earth than satellites, therefore you have better data quality, better link. Also, it lasts longer than the drones, you have longer flight. It flies above the air traffic, it flies above weather, we don't have to worry about those. It's highly autonomous, we can accommodate almost any payload on the platform, and as we are really concerned about the sustainability of the planet and about the ecology, all the missions are designed to be zero CO2 on emissions and reusable. What are the applications that we look at? The primary one for us is Earth observation, followed by telecommunication and navigation. Very important also wildfire prevention and monitoring, navigation of agriculture vehicles for autonomous agriculture, or for example, continuous mining connectivity in oil and gas industry. That leads us to the market. These are data from Northern Sky research report from 2020. They predict the HAPS revenue to reach $1 billion USD in 2029 and still continuing the exponential growth as they are right now. And these are our competitors. We have heavier than air aircraft like Airbus Zephyr, Sunglider from HAPS Mobile, Hub by DLR, and stratospheric platforms. And lighter than air airships from Thales Alenia Stratobus, there is airship, and from company Sky. What we are better than them? We provide container solution. We can put the platform to pieces, put it in the container, and ship it anywhere in the world. We have also launching crane that fits into the container, operation center that fits into the container. So it's really, you can move it anywhere and launch it from any place you like. Aircrafts need really infrastructure, the same airships. We can do it anywhere. We use universal payloads up to 10 kilograms. As long as you fit into this limit, including the power supply, we can fly you to stratosphere. Currently, we use mainly CubeSats and satellite payloads. We have both ground and satellite communication links, and we have pretty good maneuverability compared to our competitors. We have good vertical and horizontal stabilization and geostation keeping ability, especially during the day. These are some of the milestones of the project during the years. In 2018, we won the Galileo Masters. After that, we were incubated by the ESA Business Incubation Center. Then we worked for 2 years on the technical development, leading us to the first commercial flight with Czech Aerospace Research Center. In the beginning of this year, we were awarded the defense project from the Czech Ministry of Defense, Stratom, and now we are waiting for the results of the ESA grant application. In years to come, we aim to focus mainly on the sales and on scaling up of the operations and looking for global operations in 4 or 5 years to come. There you can see on a nice figure the traction of the funding of the project, and there is also a place for you if you want to share our success and collaborate with us. We are in the Series A currently looking for €6 million for 10% of share to be able to kick off the commercial sales and finalize the development, and also co-fund the projects that we already have on board. In a few years, we expect Series B that would really be only about scaling up and getting to global operations, and our ultimate goal is to enter the stock exchange market. That would be actually all. I would like to thank you for your attention. Merci beaucoup. And if you would like to have a discussion about our products, we have a booth just in the corner, 829 Stratosys. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Fioma. It's the right side to change.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the operating system of space. I am Stefan, the CEO of Fioma, and I'm going to show you now how we are keeping space safe through real-time space-based satellite monitoring. So, what seems to be the problem, other than that I cannot? So, yeah, there we go. What seems to be the problem? Today, we all rely heavily on satellite-based services. Now, if you used a navigation tool to come here in this morning, if you check the weather, or even if you bought, some cereals, your farmer probably relied on satellite-based services as well. So satellites today support a $10 trillion downstream economy. However, where these satellites operate in space around Earth, this is a very badly observed space. So we actually don't know a lot of what is going on up there. We don't see the majority of objects that are lethal, that can kill your satellite. We barely see 5% of all those objects right now. And we are generating more and more satellites, objects, and we are actually running into the risk that we're generating, that we're turning our orbits into a no-go zone. Now we want to change this with putting our own satellites in space for the monitoring of space objects. So we are putting our own telescopes in space to make sure that we can see also these small objects that are 1 centimeter and bigger, that do have the capability of killing your satellite. Now, so for every object that is being tracked today on a regular basis, we are going to see 10 additional objects. So we are improving the space safety services by a order of magnitude. Now, not only that, we can also see other objects. So, for example, if a hostile satellite is coming very close to your own satellite, we can give you an early warning system. And with our satellite-to-satellite communication system, we can provide all this information in real time. We're not only providing the data in real time, but we're also giving you access to our software. Now, with our smart algorithms, we can process all this information, we can build up a catalog, and we can warn you about incoming collisions, and we can already propose the best course of action. So, just to give you an example here, our dashboard on the left side, you can see an upcoming conjunction, how close it's going to be, what's the probability of collision, and on the right side, already the proposed maneuver for you just to upload to your satellite. So we're not only providing information on all the objects that are out there, we're also providing space safety software as a service. And actually, we want to go all the way to full automation of satellite operations. So where are we right now? What's our status? We have already the mission analysis, so phase 0 and phase A of our satellites ready. We have a unique payload that was designed for observing space from space, ready for integration. We have all our smart algorithms ready to be deployed. And not only that, but we are actually already operational today, so we don't have to wait until we launch these satellites in 2023. But we can already today provide an on-demand space object tracking service through our network of partners of ground-based observatories. Now, for this service, we have already onboarded a first pilot customer, and actually we're turning them currently into a full paying customer. And it's also on this platform where we are offering further services for satellite operators, so conjunction warnings, or also the automation of their satellite operations. Last year, we have raised 2 million seed rounds, and we are now looking for a Series A round to launch these first 2 satellites. Now, why us? What makes us so special? I can tell you that the hardest part of what we're doing is actually not observing all those objects. That's just one hard part. But the hardest part is the data association. So making sure that you actually correlate all those data points that you're getting out. And this is our core expertise. We are a team of 13 so far. We are 6 PhDs, and we are all coming from the aerospace domain. We have several years of experience at the European Space Agency, so we have a very broad knowledge of what is the problem and what can be done to actually solve it. So next to our astrodynamics team, we also have a small team for our space segment for mission planning, spacecraft design, satellite operations, and image processing, and of course also a team for software development for our services provision. And we are now building our marketing and sales team, so we would like to invite you to come find us at our booth at G31 and discuss how we together can make sure that space remains safe for future generations. Thank you very much.